Welcome to Yoga Outside. Hi, I'm Christy, and if you like challenging workouts and a lot of plank varieties, this is the right workout for you. In 30 minutes, we're going to get it done. So be sure to leave comments and let me know what you guys think. Stand at the back of your mat, feet hip distance apart, open the palms to the front, and take a few deep breaths. Continue to take full inhales and exhales throughout your nose throughout our practice. Focus your mind on your breath and core, setting an intention of trying your best and having fun with the flow today. Pull the navel into the spine towards the rib cage. Tighten the booty and lift the kneecaps. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Look up at the sky, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. With the next inhale, reach up and back for a slight back bend. Look up at the sky. Bend the knees, folding forward, forward fold. Lower belly should be in contact with the upper thighs. Breathe deeply as you work to straighten the legs, keeping the belly in contact. If you can't get the legs straight, don't stress. This flexibility will come with time. Inhale halfway up with a flat back. Lengthen through the spine, placing the hands on the thighs, shins or floor. Push the chest forward. Exhale to forward fold. Walk out to a forearm plank. Pulling the belly into the spine, push the mat away, neither allowing the hips to sag or hike up. Breathe deeply as you find length from the top of the head to the back of the heels. Roll forward on the toes and exhale as you slowly lower yourself down. Plant the hands under the shoulders, lifting the chest up. Cobra pose. Keep the elbows in towards the rib cage and allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. Exhale, melt down. Tuck your toes under, sending the hips up and back. Push the chest towards the thighs and down dog. Pedal the feet out, reaching the heels towards the mat and feeling a nice overall body stretch. Sway the hips if that feels good to you. Engaging the core, walk the hands back to the feet. Forward fold. Let the back of the neck be long as the crown of the head reaches down towards the sand. Inhale up, halfway lifting to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees and swan dive up, reaching the arms overhead. Rotate the pinky fingers towards one another, allowing widening through the collarbones. Exhale, bring the arms to the sides, palms open. Mountain pose. Inhale, sweeping the arms up to the sky. Look up and take a slight back bend. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Again, releasing the head down towards the sand. Inhale up, halfway, flat back. Exhale, walking the hands out to forearm plank once again. Place the right forearm parallel to the short end of your mat. Stack the feet one in front of the other. Place the left fingertips behind the left ear. Exhale, bring the elbow down to the hand. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, elbow to hand. Inhale, bring the elbow up, stacking the shoulders. Repeat 3 more times with control. You got this. Make your way back to forearm plank. Breathe deeply, activating your muscles as if you're pulling the top of your mat towards the middle and the bottom of the mat towards the middle. This is an active plank. Roll forward on the toes and slowly lower yourself down to the mat. Planting the hands under the shoulders, lift back up into cobra. Look out over the ocean. Exhale as you melt back down to your mat. Tuck the toes under, sending the hips up and back. Down dog. Shake out any tension from the neck. Widen through the collarbones. Ensure that the fingers are spread wide. Walk the hands back to the feet. Forward fold. Relax the neck down towards the mat. Inhale and halfway lift to flat back. Pushing the chest forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, swan dive all the way up, reaching the arms overhead. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and interlace the fingers, pointing the palms up to the sky. Rotate the right hip out, opening the right side body to the sky, crescent pose. Inhale back to center. Exhale, opening up the left side body. Feel a nice stretch from the wrist all the way down through the hip. Inhale back to center. Release the hands down to the sides, palms open forward. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Work to straighten the legs, keeping the low belly in contact with the upper thighs. Inhale up, halfway, flat back. Exhale, walk the hands out, finding your forearm plank. Take 3 full inhales and exhales as you hold your strong, active plank. Place the left forearm parallel to the short end of the mat. Stack the feet, bringing the right fingertips above the right ear. Bring the right elbow down to touch the hand and lift back up. Exhale as you bring the elbow to the hand. Inhale as you lift up. Repeat 3 more times on this side. Moving with slow control. You're doing great. Make your way back to forearm plank. Roll forward on the toes and lower yourself gently down. Plant the hands under the shoulders and inhale as you lift up for cobra. Melt down, tucking the toes and sending the hips up and back for down dog. Bend the knees generously and hop to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale and lift halfway up for flat back. Exhale, fold. Take a bend in the knees. Inhale as you rise up, reaching the arms overhead. Widening through the collarbones and looking out forward. Set the hips low as if you're coming into a chair. Look down at the toes and make sure that you can see your toes. Pull the belly button up and into the spine. Breathe deeply as you widen through the collarbones. Sit down a little deeper in your chair. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands, take a nice breath, and then hop the feet back to plank position. Come onto forearm plank with your nice strong core, kneecaps lifted. Plant the right forearm parallel to the top of the mat. Stack the feet, one on top of the other, and bring the left fingertips behind the left ear. Bring the right hip down to touch the mat and lift back up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, touch the mat. Inhale up. Repeat 2 more times. Come back to forearm plank. Roll forward on the toes and lower yourself down. Plant the hands under the shoulders and inhale as you lift up. Cobra pose. Tuck the toes, exhaling as you send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Find your breath here. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Tuck the left knee into the body and plant the left foot by the left thumb. The knee is just above or behind the ankle. Spin the right foot down at a 45 and lift up to Warrior One. Widen through the collarbones as you contract the thighs towards one another to have a nice, steady, firm pose. Exhale as you spin the hips open, reaching forward and back with both arms. Warrior Two. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Come back to your plank. Roll forward on the toes and keeping the body straight as possible, lower down to your mat. Planting the hands under the shoulders, inhale up to Cobra pose. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Melt back down, tuck the toes, sending the hips up and back, down dog. Breathe deeply. Bend the knees generously and hop forward to the top of your mat. Relax the head down in a forward fold. Sit the hips low and inhale the upper body into chair pose. Core is engaged, pinky fingers rotated towards one another to widen through the shoulders. Breathe deeply and find ease in your pose. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands. Take a full deep breath. And jump back to plank. Roll forward on the toes and lower yourself down to the mat. With hands planted under the shoulders, inhale up, Cobra pose. Melt towards the mat, tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back, down dog. Pedal the feet out. Connect to your breath here. Inhale the right leg up, high to the sky. Pull the right knee into the chest, plant the right foot by the right thumb. Knee above or just behind the ankle. Spin the left foot down at a 45 and rise up. Warrior One. Look down and you should just be able to see the right big toe. Then look forward. Flatten out the hips and reach through the arms. Warrior Two. Arms should be shoulder height. Breathe deeply as you look out over your middle finger. Bring the hands down to frame the right foot and then step the right foot back for plank pose. Plant the elbows under or just in front of the shoulders for forearm plank. Plant the left forearm down, parallel to the short end of your mat. Stack the feet. Bring the right fingertips behind the right ear. Exhale the hip to the mat. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Repeat 3 more times. You got this. Carefully make your way back to forearm plank. Roll forward on the toes and lower yourself down. Plant the hands under the shoulders and lift up for cobra pose. Keep the elbows in towards the side as you look forward. Melt down, tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back, down dog. With a deep breath and bend in the knees, jump to the top of the mat. Sit the hips low and inhale the torso up to chair pose. Down at the toes and see if you can sit a little deeper. Ensure that you can see both toes. If not, sit back a little further in your chair. Bring hands to heart center. Twist to the left, hooking the right elbow onto the left knee. Reach the right fingertips down and lift up with the left arm, stacking the shoulders. Look up at your left thumb. Inhale, bringing hands back to center, looking forward. Exhale, twist over the other side, hooking the elbow onto the outside of the leg as you reach through both arms, finding length from fingertip to fingertip. Breathe deeply as you look up at your right thumb. Inhale back to center with hands at heart center. Sit a little lower. Exhale and fold forward. Shake any tension from the neck. Plant the hands. Take a deep breath and hop back to plank. Find strength and courage to hold your plank by focusing on your breath and finding ease in a strong pose. Roll forward on the toes and exhale as you lower yourself to the mat. Inhale up, cobra pose. Melt down, tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back, down dog. Connect with your breath. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bringing the left knee to the left elbow. Inhale the leg back up. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale the leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale the leg up, open the hip, and flip over for wild thing. Reach through the left arm, lifting the hips towards the sky. Feel a nice stretch through the front abdominals and in the back. Carefully make your way back to three-legged dog with the left leg still lifted. Come to a plank position, left leg lifted, and slowly lower down, keeping the body straight. Plant the hands and lift up, cobra pose. Melt down, exhaling as you push back into down dog. Bend the knees generously and hop to the top of the mat. Fold the upper body over the lower body, forward fold. Inhale up halfway, finding length through the spine. Exhale, fold. Sit the hips low, coming into chair. Lifting the arms up, checking in so that you can see the toes, widening through the collarbones. Bring hands to heart center. Twist the torso to the left, hooking the right elbow on the outside of the leg and open your wings. Look up at your left thumb and breathe. Make your way back to center, hands at heart center. Exhale as you twist over the other side. Reach up with the right arm, finding length from fingertip to fingertip as you look up at the right thumb. Inhale, coming back to center. Sit a little lower in your chair. Exhale, fold forward, straightening the legs. Plant the hands, take a deep breath, and jump back to plank. Roll forward on the toes and slowly lower down to the mat. Inhale, lifting the chest up, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, sending the hips up and back, down dog. Inhale as you lift the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale up, right knee to left elbow. Inhale up, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale the leg up, open the right hip, flip your dog for wild thing. Lift the hips up, reach through the top arm. Enjoy the stretching sensation through this beautiful back bend. Slowly make your way back to three-legged dog with the right leg still lifted. Transition to three-legged plank and slowly lower yourself down. Inhale up, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, sending the hips up and back, down dog. Push the chest towards the thighs. Walk the feet and hands together to the center of the mat. Forward fold. Release the neck down. Inhale up, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, rise on up, lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the arms to the sides, palms open forward. Breathe in mountain pose. Make your way down to lying on your mat. Arms along the sides, shoulders flat on the mat. Bring the knees into the chest. Take a breath. Inhale, lifting the booty up, legs overhead, and slowly lower down and lower the legs straight to a hover just above the mat. Inhale, bring the knees in, lift up. Exhale, slowly lower down, legs to hover just over the mat. Reverse crunch. Keep going. Inhale up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Hover those legs. You've got this. One more. Lift up. Slowly lower down. Hover to the mat. Bring the knees into the chest and make circles with the knees rolling out the back. Feeling a nice relief in the low back here. You can also roll the knees in the other direction. Bring the arms along the sides, lift the legs up overhead, and bring one straight leg to hover just above the mat. Inhale, lift it up to meet the other one. Exhale, other leg comes to hover over the mat. Focus on the core. Exhale, lower the foot to a hover. Inhale, bring it up to meet the other one. Exhale, lower the heel to a hover. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Bring both knees back into the chest. Roll it out. Grab the outside soles of the feet, bring them up towards the sky. Let the knees fall towards the armpits and roll back and forth. Happy baby. Release any tension throughout the mid-back and in the hips. Release the legs, grab the big toes, and straighten the legs overhead. Bring the arms along the sides, legs lifted. and bring the hips up as you support the low back, fingertips pointed towards the booty, legs straight overhead, shoulder stand. Slowly bring the legs overhead. Careful not to put too much tension in the neck, and bring the toes down to the floor behind your head. Plow pose. Have the hands supporting the low back, and then lift the legs back up over the hips. Bring the knees into the chest to slowly roll out of the pose. Make your way to all fours, tabletop pose. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, neutral spine. Inhale as you drop the belly and look up at the sky, cow pose. Exhale as you round over, pushing the spine up towards the sky, tucking the tailbone slightly, cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly as you feel a nice stretch through the front core. Exhale as you round over, feeling a nice stretch through the shoulders and back. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale to cat. Repeat once more. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the back. Then come to a neutral spine. And then reach up with the left arm, stacking the shoulders. Look up at your thumb. Exhale, thread it through, coming down on the left ear, feeling a nice stretch through the shoulder and the mid-back. Breathe into your twist. Point the right elbow to the top of the mat, deepening your stretch. Breathe deeply. Return to tabletop position. And reach up with your other arm. Looking up at the sky, over the big thumb. Thread the right arm through, coming onto the right ear. Feeling a nice twist as you push the left elbow towards the top of the mat. Take deep inhales and exhales. Gently untwist and come onto the knees, reaching the arms overhead. Reach around with the hands and support the low back with the fingers pointed towards the booty. Open the throat and the chest. You can tuck the toes under, and if you feel all right, you can reach back, grabbing the top of the heels with one hand and the other. Feel a nice front body stretch here in camel. If you'd like to go further, you can flatten the top of the feet towards the mat. Keep the hips positioned over the knees and feel a gentle opening through the front of the body. Slowly crawl out. With big toes touching and knees wide, drop the chest to the mat, child's pose. Reach out with the arms and you can roll your forehead back and forth, releasing any tension at all. Just let it go. Relax the hips towards the heels. Connect with your breath. Gently make your way out of the pose, coming to sit, and curl up in a tight ball. Squeeze the feet together, get as small as you can, and give yourself a loving hug for doing such a great job on today's practice. Release out into whatever position you'd like for final relaxation. I like to simply lay down, open my palms to the sky, let the feet fall out, wiggle the shoulder blades into the mat, let the neck be long, and put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Notice the sensation of your heart beating as it works to slow down, as the breath moves through the belly. Connect with that sensation. Listen to the waves. Imagine the gentle breeze on your skin, the beautiful sun overhead. No worries at all. Be at ease and find peace. Find stillness, laying here with a grateful heart for having such a strong body to make it through our practice today. Let the sounds of the waves help calm you as you take these few moments just to be still. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and slowly come back into your awareness. Make your way to a seat when you are ready. Thanks, y'all, for joining me for today's workout. No, this isn't some weird beach animal. It's actually a fuzzy mic so that y'all can hear me out here. Pet it, good kitty, good kitty. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the workout. Definitely feel it in the core, in the shoulders, getting nice and strong here on the beach today. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'd be happy to do some workouts specific to what you'd like to target. Be sure to share with your friends and subscribe. Until next time, see y'all.